Hello and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about some of the things in our car culture. One of the things I've been seeing a lot on some forums I visit is actually a lot of hate and disrespect for some of the custom and unique car builds that I'm seeing. Now, used to, back in the day, people like George Barris built crazy one-off custom cars that were so unique and so cool. Things like the Monsters Mobile, the Batmobile, and several other cars. And throughout time, especially back in the beginning days of hot rodding, you didn't have anywhere you could go buy parts, bolt-on parts. Everything was, you had to make it. Fabrication and just imagination. You had to think of something you could build. But today, our market is so enveloped in bolt-on parts. Anyone can go out, buy a hood, buy a set of rims, buy this and that, and just throw it on the car and call it custom. Now, that's fine and all. It's not really unique to me. I mean, if you like it, you like it. It's not that big of a deal, but it's not custom and unique to me. If I've seen one square body with a cowl induction hood and aftermarket rims, I've seen 1,000 of them. And going to car shows, especially around my area, I see Mustangs, Camaros, Chevelles, square bodies, and they're basically not exactly the same, but pretty close to the same, even on the engines. Under the hood, interior-wise, there's very few customs I see. Now, more of the mini truckers, they do a little bit more on their dashes and everything. They do a little more custom work. Some of the low riders do a little bit. But some of the customs I'm thinking of are completely unique, one-off builds where they basically take an ideal of a car and another car, or just a visual that they have in mind of what they believed it should have looked like. And I've seen a lot of hate and disrespect on some of these custom builds. And it's crazy to me to think that these people hate on these custom builds because I hear them say, that was a waste of that car or truck. Well, some of the stories of these custom builds, they found two wrecked vehicles in a salvage yard and decided to build something out of them and came up with a very great, awesome creation. And for someone to say that was a waste of a vehicle, it's kind of insulting because those vehicles may not have never hit the road again. They could have been crushed right there in a spot. And it's just kind of weird to look back in our community now how the car culture has become. And you know what? Like I was saying about the car shows is you see the same type of cars a lot at car shows, and someone wants something different, so they make it. Because in all reality, if you want something different, you have to build it yourself. And for people to disrespect these builds is crazy to me because some of these people put so much time and love into these vehicles and they make such a great custom out of it and the work is just fabulous. And for someone to disrespect it because they feel like it shouldn't have been done that way, it was a waste of a vehicle, this doesn't seem right to me. Because it's just a simple fact of the amount of love and work and effort they put into that vehicle was probably more than some of the other vehicles you see running around. And yeah, they love their vehicles, but for someone to take it and go to that extreme, put that much time, sweat, blood, and labor into it, just shows how much love and passion they have for not just the car, but for the whole car culture, because for some of us, it's in our blood. It's just the way we do things. And you want to be different, unique, stand out from the crowd in a world of bolt-ons. The only way to go is fabricate and make your own and be unique. And that's just something in the cult culture that is getting rare and hard to find anymore. Is people with the skill and talent and love and passion for not just the vehicle, but for the work and labor, because it's a labor of love, that it's just, you don't see it hardly anymore. People tend to take the easy way out. And it's unfortunate in this day and age. With as much technology as that we have better fabricating machines, we have better welders, and all that. In fact, even some of the tools have become more available to have in your garage nowadays that it can be done. But when someone does it, it's just a lot of frowned upon. And me personally, I actually like the different and unique builds, because I get tired of seeing the same old thing over and over and over again. Now, there's some unique builds I'm doing that are going to be somewhat one-off, but not completely. And I'm doing this just because I want to be different. And I know I'm not going to be liked for some of the builds, but I'm going to enjoy my cars and my trucks. I'm building them for me to enjoy, not anybody else. Now, if I was building something to sell, I would probably take an effect of how the majority feels about it to open up the market for it. But when you're wanting to build something for yourself, and maybe you just have a different ideal for a body line, different ideal for the front end, something completely different that is going to set that car apart, go for it. Now, there are some cases where I've seen people that have tried, and they probably shouldn't have, but at least they've tried. But the fact is, whenever it's a good quality build and the love, the time, the effort is there, and for it to be shunned upon, it's just kind of sad, really. And I'm hoping maybe in the future we'll see more one-off custom builds. I'd love to see that. Now, there's some times when it probably isn't a good thing to do a one-off custom build on something. Like if you have a numbers matching, extremely rare one-of-one off the showroom floor, that's probably something you don't want to do. If you found it in a salvage yard and it's all beat up, why not? And some of them are just, well, there's still millions of them on the road today, so customizing it is not really hurting it either. Especially when it'd be different when there's a million of this car on there, but you want to have the only one of it, so why not customize it? Now, that's going to be it for that little rant and video. And as always, thanks for watching.